Oh, excuse me, I guess it's time. Yes, it is my birthday. It was just a little bit later than I intended because I kind of had to wipe my tears away because I've had so many sweet, I got my birthday ring on from my cupcake. So many sweet messages. And so thank you to all you guys who have reached out today for my birthday. It's means so much to me and has touched me so deeply. But because of this, I want to talk about, I turned 63. I want to talk about aging. You know, aging is an inevitable part of life. But there's a large part of it that we can control, that is within our control. And so that's what I want to talk about today. How we can stay young with our mind and our actions and being able to live life to the fullest regardless of our age. I am so inspired these days by so many women who I know who are many years older than me and act just like, we all act like we're still young, again, like we're in our 20s or 30s or whatever. But, and it inspires me. It inspires me to see women who, and men too, but people who have not given up because they've reached their 60s or their 70s. Those people inspire me so much, and that's what I want to talk about. While we can't turn back the clock of time, we can certainly experience, or we can certainly influence how we experience that passage of time. So, you know, one piece of that is, I'm going to talk about it kind of in terms of staying young in your mind, staying young in your actions, and staying and living life to the fullest, really. One of the things with staying young in the mind is really being committed to lifelong learning. If we stop learning, I mean, every day we're either declining or we're growing. And a big piece of that is learning. A big piece of that is putting yourself out there and not being afraid to challenge yourself with new ideas and learning new things and all of that. Another big one though, and there's so much research on this. Another big one is positive thinking. Really working on our mindset. Having an optimistic mindset can improve your mental health and improve your longevity. It's true. I mean, there are so many studies out there. And realize deeply, let me say it this way, realize deeply that the present moment is all you have. The present moment is all you have. You have to make now and this moment in time be your primary focus. Identification with the mind becomes compulsive. If you think of that, all that noise that is going on in our head, that is criticizing and judging, it's incessant. And it's that incessant mental noise that prevents you from finding that realm of inner stillness. And it's in that inner stillness that you find peace and you find joy and you can find that positivity. The voice isn't necessarily relevant to the situation you find yourself in. The voice is really based on the past. And there's so many of us who still live with that past and those past traumas and those past mistakes and those past guilt and all of that stuff. And it affects our present and it affects our future. It affects how we interpret now. And it affects how we interpret what's going to happen in the future in the terms of worry. So being able to identify that, to acknowledge that, to let it go without judging it, and to be able to, actually being able to acknowledge that, see that, and being present to that is being present. And that can allow you to move past that. Negativity is never the optimal way of dealing with things. In fact, most of the time it's going to keep you stuck where you're at. And you're responsible for your inner space. No one else is. You're responsible for your happiness. No one else is. And being able to choose those pathways is going to give you the best choice of life. Last week I talked about when you find yourself in an intolerable situation or a place where you don't want to be, you have three choices. You can change it, you can remove yourself from the situation, you can change it, or you can accept it. And you do have to make one of those choices. And often just accepting it and living in that negativity is going to keep you stuck, and it's going to shorten your lifespan. It's going to shorten your quality of life. Because the future is the replica of the past. And so you have to be able to come to peace with that. You have to be able to identify that, and you have to be able to move into the now, to be able to be present in the moment, because the past is going to perpetuate itself through your present if you don't. And that's where true change can occur, is by being able to step back and identify that. And by being present in the now, it also helps you to find gratitude in your situation, to accept your situation, and to be able to find the positives in it. Staying stuck in the negative often there's inaction. And that's going to leave you where it is. And if you take some action, even if it's a mistake, you can learn from that mistake. But if you stay in the negative and just stay stuck there, you're never going to grow. You're never going to learn. So being present in the now can really help you see the gratitude, see the beauty, see the appreciation of that. And it has made the most tremendous difference in my life of all, really. Because there's also staying young in your actions. And, your actions are things like physical exercise, doing things for your health, how you're eating, your nutritional, taking care of your body, but also social engagements. I mean, by getting together with friends and people and joining clubs and staying active in those kinds of things, that's going to help keep you young too. So, the other piece of it that I want to talk about is living life to the fullest. And that's where it breaks my heart when I see people give up. They feel like, okay, I'm old now, I'm going to give up. I was talking with a girlfriend yesterday as we're sitting outside at a music concert, a music venue, and she is about 3 years older than me, 2 or 3 years older than me, and she's talking about, I'm never going to act old. I'm never going to dress old. I'm never going to, it's just not me. And that was so refreshing to hear her say that, because I have, particularly in my Lime Life business, when I'm trying to work with people with their skin or their makeup, I hear so many people say, oh, I'm too old. It's hopeless. It's no use at this point. And they give up. And I can't stand that. So, living life to its fullest, pursuing your passions, figuring out what you're passionate about, what you love to do, whether it's gardening or painting or traveling or writing. But by pursuing your passion, it's going to give you joy and fulfillment. But you also have to not be afraid to try new things. It's easy as we age to get stuck in our rut and to get more and more comfortable being comfortable, and more uncomfortable stepping out of that comfort zone. So it's stepping out of your comfort zone can actually be very rewarding, very exhilarating, even though it's scary. And that's the things that are going to help kind of keep you young. When you can surrender to being fully present, to be mindful of that present, the past can cease to have power over you. You don't need it anymore. And practicing that mindfulness, whether that's through meditation or just a walk in nature and being present with the sounds and the smells and the sights, that is going to help you appreciate life more fully. I mean, even techniques such as Tai Chi or yoga or just practicing deep breathing can help you with being, it really can help your mental and your physical health. And then the other piece of that is setting goals, having a purpose. Be realistic in what goals you're setting and make them meaningful, but having something to strive for gives you direction. It gives you purpose. And then celebrating your achievements, even the small, even the little ones. I have, we all have wrinkles. We all have our aches and pains. We all have those things, but not letting that define you and not giving up because of that. So in conclusion, aging can be a journey that's filled with growth and that's filled with joy and that's filled with fulfillment. And by staying young in your mind, in your actions, and embracing life with enthusiasm and positivity, we can truly live life to its fullest. Remember, it's not about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. So on my birthday today, that's my thoughts on aging and what I wanted to share with you. And I hope that means something to you too, as it does to me. And I wish you a great week, and I will see you next week on Tea's Tao. Thanks for joining me. Bye, guys.